Hello and welcome to the Roundabout. I'm your host, Katiuska Guzman, and I'm joined by my co-hosts, the beautiful Kelsey Carter, the handsome Eric Dargis, and the sassy Nadia Cruz. On today's show, we will be asking William Paterson students what they know about women in sports. We'll also sit down with William Paterson's field hockey player, Skylar Gohn, and we'll learn how to make some game day snacks on a low budget. But first, let's dive right into our hot topics of the week. Here's my problem for this week. NFL player D'Angelo Williams got fined $6,000 for wearing pink in his hair in honor of his mother who died of breast cancer. So the NFL has October awareness for breast cancer, but 90% of their earnings from breast cancer don't even go to the American Cancer Society. How do we feel about that he's being fined $6,000?
Rightfully so. You have a month that's dedicated to that. I think that if they let all the football players wear whatever colors that it is, it's going to be chaotic. Like, we're just blue, red, green. We have all sorts of cancer awareness colors.
Like $6,000 is nothing to him. So let's be honest.
Yeah. Just because you have it doesn't mean you could just, well,
I get it, but you have one job. Wear the uniform, play football.
The idea is it protects from the players who are trying to promote their own brand because look, the NFL is a business. They don't care about the players. They're just pawns to them. So all they care about is them making their money.
He might have a pink hairline coming out soon that we don't even know about, and this was the go-to.
It's the D'Angelo Williams pink hairline.
Yeah.
It'll be everywhere.
Extension
William Gay was also fined for wearing purple cleats, and he was also paying homage to his mother. So
you have to follow the rules.
You have to follow the rules. That's how I feel. Play football.
One of the other issues is that this is with women in sports, is that they are not being paid as much as men in sports. And some people argue that, that's because the men's sports are making more money. But right now, the PGA Tour, men are making 6 times as much as the LPGA. What do you think of that?
Ridiculous.
Listen, men are athletes. They're athletes.
If you don't bring home a pig, can you eat bacon?
Listen,
women are athletes too.
Okay, yes, they are.
Women hold 43% of the athlete scholarships nationwide. Are you serious?
That's fine. That's college, right?
How
college,
many of them
everybody
go
gets a
to be
chance.
Professionals?
They're not given the opportunity.
But
How
the
I'm not
thing
getting the
is,
opportunity right now.
The advertisements, the endorsements, the products, it's all men. It's nothing we can do about it. It's men. We buy it. We don't. Do you buy women's products or endorsements?
I mean, because there's
you
not
don't
more
exactly. That's why they're making the money, and they're that's just what it is.
That's just how I feel.
I don't know. Speaking of women and making money, I have some information. There is a Katelyn Smith, and she is the new women's special team quality coach for the Buffalo Bills. Now, this is a woman.
Yes.
Coaching a men's sport.
Yes.
So, do women coach men's sports?
Yes.
But they shouldn't. She shouldn't, because she played lacrosse. She had lacrosse, swimming, and bowling. The lady has never played football. And I get it. There are a lot of head football coaches that never played in the NFL. However, I have an issue with you not having the experience and coaching.
Now, when you say experience, do you mean that they don't know the game? Because actually, 19% of NFL coaches never professionally played. That's men, Nadia.
But they've played at least once.
No. You don't know that.
Yeah,
I do know that because I looked it up. They've played at least they played at least one season in high school. Granted, it's not a lot, but it's more than what she has. She has a degree in sports management. I understand
she has
that.
experience.
She has physical. She's
let me
played
put it
sports.
like this.
She knows how to play. She can teach all these athletes competitive nature.
But would
She's
you
athletic.
let a doctor that has never perform surgery on you?
He has to start one time.
He
you
has
gotta
to
start
watch
somewhere.
seasons of a show. I am a surgeon. I got this.
Grey's Anatomy.
I got this.
I watch Scrubs.
Well, speaking about all of the women and the different pay rates and athletes, would you date an athlete?
Yes. Who
Hell
wouldn't?
yeah. Yeah. Well.
So you don't think about the cheating,
Oh,
he doing all these things
What's
that you
good for the goose is good for the gander. If I can write the checks and write myself one in the meantime, that is not a problem for me.
So you are going to live an unhappy lifestyle, life, because you want this lifestyle.
Just because he's an athlete doesn't mean just because he's not an athlete doesn't mean he won't cheat.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
Well, see, I mean, going by how much female athletes are paid, no, I'm not dating a female athlete. I'm going for something bigger. I'm looking for a female doctor right now. I'm looking for the female surgeon.
which doctors cheat too, by the way. Well, I'm just saying.
There
I
we
mean,
go.
I just think it's all about personal preference. If you know that you're going to be dating an athlete, you know that you
comes
run
with
the
it.
you run the risk of dating someone who's going to be one in the spotlight, especially like for example Kobe Bryant and Vanessa Bryant.
They've been together for a long time.
Yeah, for
High
years.
school.
I mean, basically since he started in the
Yeah, I
league, and
mean,
he's retiring
She
now.
was 18 when they got married, but he would have owed her $100 million.
It's cheaper to keep her.
Along with half of his property. I don't know, but I think she might just be staying for the perks. It doesn't really mean that
Oh,
she's
you don't think
living
she
a
loves
happy
him?
life. No,
They
she
have
could've-
2 girls.
They do. It looks picture perfect from the outside.
They've been together for a long time. I don't know.
Well,
That's
I mean,
love right there.
She knew what she got involved with. He's a hot shot, and now that he's retiring, she can keep him on lockdown at home.
Sure can.
That's basically what's going
He's
to happen.
retiring now, so he'll be home. He's got nothing going on.
So coming up, this week's show producer, Mason Mills, will join us to talk about professional athletes and much more. We'll be right back on The Roundabout.
Here at WPTV, we put the funk back in college television. Hey, wait a minute. There's no funk in college television.
Welcome back to The Roundabout. We've been talking about women in sports today, and we wanted to get some other opinions. Our producer, Mason, talked with some of our fellow pioneers near University Commons. Let's find out what they had to say.
You all set?
Yes.
Let's do this. How many male athletes can you name off the top of your head?
Too many. Okay. Tom Brady is my favorite. Victor Cruz, LeBron James.
David Wright, Yoenis Cespedes, Henrik Lundqvist,
Derek Brassard, Martin Brodeur,
Blake Griffin, LeBron, Kobe,
A-Rod, Brett Gardner. There's Carlos Beltran, Michael Phelps, Ryan Lochte.
Eli Manning, Odell Beckham, Blake Griffin.
How many female athletes can you name?
I can name the Williams sisters.
Serena and Veronica Williams.
Serena Williams, Venus Williams.
Serena Williams. That's it.
Serena sisters,
the blonde tennis player, Sharapova.
the one who scored like the hat trick in the Women's World Cup. I forget her name.
Sharapova.
Okay.
Lindsey Vonn.
Oh, who's that girl? Carly Lloyd, I think it was.
Abby Wambach.
Brittany Griner.
Do you think that men's and women's sports are equal between the leagues or no?
No, not at all.
What do you think that is?
Maybe because everyone's really more into the male, like basketball and football is more like entertaining, I should say.
Women's sports are just not popular. I don't know why. It's just they're not as competitive.
Well, the men's league get a lot more exposure, so they're more popular. Like women's leagues, you don't really hear about that much. So.
No, definitely not. Definitely not.
What do you think that is?
Probably because I want to say like maybe the women's are less exciting. There's a lot less physical contact, so there's a lot less like excitement between the plays.
Definitely not. Not too many people watch women's sports.
I mean, obviously male sports gets a lot more viewership and money and endorsements and all over ESPN. I mean, I can't even tell you if when a WNBA even starts. Like, when does that even start?
I don't know either.
Joining us now in the studio is our producer, Mason. Now, Mason, you had some pretty interesting experiences out there. Tell us about it.
I did. It's always good to get out and talk to the students, and I found it very odd that you noticed that there was only one lady that I interviewed. I had a lot of guys actually got to pick and choose which one I would use. The girl was the only one who would talk to me. and I kind of want to know why.
Well, about how many females did you approach? Let's start with
I
that.
probably approached at least 10 or 15.
What did you say? Did you say, I got a sports question?
I had the microphone in my hand, so it was kind of clear of what I wanted. And I said, excuse me, miss, do you have a second? I want to ask you a sports question.
That right
for
there?
Is that the red flag?
Intimidating. I usually leave the camera and the mic behind, walk to a person. Hey, what's going on? What are you doing? Can you answer a few questions?
That's actually a good.
So you think I scared him away? Was that the issue?
I feel like, well, like if you would have came to me, I love the camera. I would have been like, what's up? But I feel like you said sports, so they're like, I don't want to look stupid.
Okay. Well, now I'm wondering, was that because they wouldn't be able to answer the question, or were they just camera shy?
You could have been like,
Who approached?
Or
Was it
maybe
you or
not
Brandy?
camera.
It was myself. I went up with.
See, I think women are, what I've noticed from when I've been filming is women are more comfortable with other women approaching them, especially when there's a camera involved.
Gotcha.
I've always noticed that they're just more comfortable.
I'm thinking with maybe they were in camera already.
That is totally.
I don't want to be on camera
Excellent
looking
point.
crazy.
because I would have been like,
So I want to talk about the video now that I have you ladies captive, and excuse me, Eric, but I want to know now that I have some captive members here, how many female athletes can you guys name besides the Serena Williams and Venus Williams
That's
players?
it.
Layla Ali.
Okay.
Mia Hamm.
Nadia.
Lisa Leslie.
Lisa Leslie.
This is good.
Ronda Rousey.
Very good.
I'm just trying to think of everyone that I don't want to watch on TV.
Oh my gosh. Did you
Let's see. What
It's a
sports
struggle,
don't
though,
I
is it
watch?
not?
You got like the
Oh,
gymnastics,
Anna
Shawn Johnson.
Kournikova.
Oh, Gabrielle.
Yeah, she
Nadia
was awesome.
Cruz.
So one of the reactions that I got that was kind of interesting was that they, I believe it was Mike said that because women's leagues are less physical is why they get less viewers. I kind of see where he's coming from, and I want to know what you guys think. Is it because they're not hitting each other as hard as they can that's the reason that they
Like
don't
football?
get views? Yeah.
I mean, WNBA is dry. And
Right.
that's the same as, I'm sorry.
I think the media isn't reporting on it as much, and that's why we don't hear about it, and we don't really know when they're on. And it's like I was saying before, the women play basketball in the summer. People want to be outside.
Do they?
Yes.
It's I never even knew that.
It's like a 30-game season in the summer.
Why would,
Is it possible, but is it possible that the only reason why women watch men's sports is because men are cute?
Women are cute too.
Women are,
I don't want to
Some
watch
of them
any
look
of that.
pretty
Did
good.
you see
That's my
Serena
components.
Williams?
Give them more credit, I think.
I don't know. I feel like people watch tennis, women's tennis.
Well-
But I
Serena
feel like
Williams
that's
is
it.
like, she's
Yeah.
official.
Oh, yeah.
Well, enough about women's sports. We're going to kick Mason to the curb, and I'll sit down with freshman field hockey player Skylar Gohn. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
The greatest minds in science have been working tirelessly week after week using the most cutting-edge 21st century technology to perfect the greatest college TV station known to man. And today, they present their latest creation, WPTV. Ooh, anybody got any glue?
Welcome back. I'm here with freshman field hockey player Skylar Gohn. It's such a pleasure to have you on the show, Skylar.
Thank you for letting me be here.
So now let's get right into it. How did you get into field hockey?
Well, the neighbors around me, they always played, and I always used to play soccer, and I wanted a little change, and to me, like, it just burnt me out, soccer, so I wanted something to, like, that I could actually play and that I was actually good at, because I was never really good at soccer.
And now, what brought you here specifically to William Paterson?
Well, my senior year, one of the assistant coaches, she just had graduated, and she played here for Coach Balfour, and she was telling me, like, oh, like, where are you looking? Like, what are you trying to, like, major in? Like, trying to see where I'm going. And senior year, you're supposed to have everything planned out. I had nothing planned out. I didn't know where I was going. I didn't know what I was doing. I didn't know what colleges to look at. I didn't know how to fill an application out. Wow. So, and then she told me that she used to play at William Paterson, that it would be a great fit, and that, like, they could help me, that the girls were really nice, the team was great. So I looked into it, you know, here and there, and I was like debating back and forth, and then Coach Balfour came to one of my games, and ever since then she contacted me, and I was able to, you know, come down here, look around. I was able to meet the team, and right off the bat I knew that I wanted to come here.
So you fell in love with it.
I fell in love with it on my first visit.
Now, field hockey doesn't actually have many options of playing professionally. Now, except for the Olympics, why do you play? Is there a specific reason why you play?
I think ever since I picked up a stick, I couldn't put it down. I mean, off season too, like I just love playing in the indoor season. We do have indoor, and I just love playing. I think it's really fun. I think it's a stress reliever too, because when I'm on that field and I'm there playing, whether it's practice, a game, or I'm just doing moves for fun, it's a stress reliever, and I'm able to contemplate, like I'm able to only focus on that.
That's awesome. Now, do you think people are less connected to your sport since there's no men's field hockey team?
I do. I really do, because, I mean, like my dad, he doesn't really know how to play. He always asks me, like, the whistle blows every 5 seconds. Like, why? Like, what was that call for? Like, not a lot of people understand it. And plus, it's females playing a sport. Like, we don't really get looked at other than, like, football and men's soccer. Everybody knows about soccer and football.
Yeah, that's true. Now, what do you think it means to be a female in a male-dominated sports industry, basically?
I think for me, how I take it as, I think it's really good, and I think it gets me out there. I'm able to not only play a sport, but I'm able to meet other people. I'm able to interact with other people. I'm able to focus on life skills and life goals and what I want to do and what I don't want to do and what I have in common with people and what I don't.
Now, do you think that men sometimes steal the spotlight off of women's sports?
I kind of do, but that's because everybody knows about football. Everybody knows about men's soccer. Who doesn't watch men's soccer? Most of America watches men's soccer and men's football and baseball. You don't really hear a lot about women's sports or women's softball or women's basketball. It's only men, because men watch sports. Women really don't watch sports.
No, I can actually attest to that. I sometimes try to grab a game, but it's just, I try to watch, and I'd rather turn over to something else more relatable to females. But now let me ask you, how has your Pioneer field hockey experience been here at Willie P?
Oh, it's been great. I love the team. The girls are super nice. I'm so close to every single one of them. They're like my family. They're like sisters to me. I really consider them family.
And do you encourage other girls to get into field hockey, even though there's no professional team for field hockey? Would you encourage females to get into field hockey?
Oh yeah. I've said to like some of my friends that only do basketball, like, why don't you just come out for field hockey? Like, it's fun.
Like, just because they're in another sport, right?
Yeah.
Well, that was awesome. Thanks so much for being here on the show. We greatly appreciate it. Now, when we come back, our producers whip up some game grub in the kitchen. Stay tuned to the Roundabout.
In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth, then the light, water, and all living beings. And finally, on the seventh day, God created WPTV. At least that's what Wikipedia says.
I don't know about you, but I have had some pretty delicious snacks at a Super Bowl party a few weeks ago. In fact, I would go as far to say that no game day celebration is complete without snacks. And of course, being a college student puts us on a limited budget. So here are 3 dishes you can make to satisfy your wallet and your hunger.
Let's start with one of my favorites, cannoli dip. To make this, you only need 4 ingredients: mascarpone cheese, ricotta cheese, confectioner sugar, and chocolate chips. This dish will be around $15. To get started, you'll need a medium or large bowl. Put 15 ounces of ricotta cheese, 8 ounces of mascarpone cheese, half a cup of chocolate chips, and half a cup of sugar into the bowl, and stir that bad boy up. That's all there is to it. Simple, right? Let's make another dip. Buffalo chicken dip is one of my favorites. For this, we'll need 2 large cans of chicken chunk, 1 container of ranch dressing, buffalo wing sauce, cream cheese, and shredded cheddar. Altogether, this will be around $13. For this, you'll need another bowl, one that you can put into the microwave. Put in the 2 cans of drained chicken chunks, your bottle of ranch, half a cup of buffalo wing sauce, and 8 ounces of cream cheese, and get mixing. Once it's all mixed, sprinkle the cheddar cheese on top, then put the bowl in the microwave until the cheese is melted. And voila, buffalo chicken dip. Last, we're making scones. For these, we'll need vanilla, sugar, flour, baking powder, baking soda, salt, butter, chocolate chips, eggs, and milk. The scones will cost around $29. First, you'll need, you guessed it, another bowl. Oh, before starting, preheat your oven to 400 degrees. In the bowl goes 2 cups of flour, a 1/3 cup of sugar, 1½ teaspoons of baking powder, half a teaspoon of baking soda, and a 1/4 teaspoon of salt. Mix all of these together, then add 6 tablespoons of butter, mix these together, and then add half a cup of chocolate chips. Next, find another bowl and add 1 egg, 1/2 teaspoon of vanilla, and 1/3 of a cup of milk. Mix your wet ingredients with your dry ingredients and get mixing. With lightly floured hands, pat the dough into one big circle, then cut it up into smaller pieces. This will make around 6. Put these on parchment paper and bake for 10 minutes, then for another 4 at 350 degrees. Follow these steps and your game day party will surely be a success.
Now that we all know how to make these delicious treats, let's see if it tastes good as it looks.
All right, so let's start with I'm gonna start with the cannoli dip.
Yes.
Oh my God. Looks so good. Yes.
I need that little
I'm
chocolate.
just trying not to make a mess right now. Oh,
Wait. Okay. That's the buffalo dip, and I'll trade you buffalo dip.
please.
Hold
on. You'll get to it. You'll get to it.
I never had cannoli dip. This is really
All
good,
right, here you
actually.
go.
Oh my God.
Why don't we make sandwiches?
We'll slide this on down.
Excuse me.
May I please have some of that?
I like the fact that it's
you go.
cold. Eric, which
Yeah.
one's your favorite?
I'm a buffalo man. I gotta go buffalo dip.
I'm finna make a sandwich.
Oh, here we go.
And Nadia, which one's your favorite?
I like everything because I like to eat.
I love to eat.
Yeah. As a representative of the Chunky Girl Committee, I like them all. I want some scones. Can I have some scones, please? Because I've just been dipping in the buffalo this whole time.
God.
Yeah.
My favorite is the buffalo dipping sauce, though.
I like warm, I don't know. I love them. I love them all, actually.
I think it's a good combination together. Like it works.
Yeah. Like one at a time, you start off with the buffalo dip, move on to some scones, finish off with
And it looks
beautiful
pretty
dessert.
easy to make.
It was super easy, and I think they used
some of
the
that.
buffalo dip was the one that had to be heated up because after the scones, when you're done in the oven, you're done. But this is amazing. So we're gonna keep scarfing this down, and that's gonna do it for the Roundabout. I do want to thank our guest host, Eric Dargis, and our field hockey player, Skylar Gohn, for joining us today, as well as our entire crew. We'll see you next time on the Roundabout.